Cool. So, last session, we were midway through combat inside of Neelam's Grove, where you had been ambushed at the ruined sanctuary by a group of shadow elves of various descriptions. Um, the combat last session was pretty intense in terms of quickly taking us down from three echoes in the party to one at the start of the last session, and by the end of that session, none left. The echo of Kasha going down unconscious as the session opened and passing away before the end of the session. You held your own against the shadow elves around the sanctuary though, but quickly began to come to the realization that you were kind of outnumbered and outpowered and not in an advantageous situation. And as the party was sort of discussing routes of retreat or ways to get out of here, there was a sort of green glow began to emanate from an archway in the sanctuary itself, from which an elderly human appeared, who identified himself and was recognised by Halloran as Father Matthias, the exiled priest of Shanti, the head priest of Shanti, in Pear Trees, pre some of the recent changes there. He gave you a bunch of information, telling you that he was essentially that he had come from somewhere else, from another plane, where he was currently with the goddess Shanti herself, where he told you she was imprisoned and in trouble. He told you that she had a number of followers there with her, and that they were kind of gathering in power themselves, but that she was still in a sort of, this trapped prisoner state and somewhat vulnerable. But she had made it possible for him to briefly interact with your group and kind of bring you word of what was happening there, and to support you in this moment of need as these shadow elves had gathered around you. He did spend a few moments looking over the unconscious body of the Echo of Kasha, telling the group that there was nothing he was able to do around that in terms of preventing her fate, essentially. However, there was a brief moment of time where the two Kashas were able to talk to one another before the Echo faded and was gone. The Father Mathis did give you some other information. Told more than anything, he kind of urged you that your assistance to help in this situation with the imprisoned goddess would be much appreciated. But to do so, he did tell you you would have to head deeper into the grove, to the heart of the forest, where the shadow elves have built their own city hidden within the forest. He warned you that this would not be this would be a dangerous journey, a dangerous quest to undertake, but that he would, Shanti herself would try to protect you as best as she could, and that he would try, if possible, to also keep a vision on where you are. He did tell you to look out for any other of these halfling temples or sanctuaries or places of worship similar to this one, telling you that the veil between the planes of existence is thinnest in those places, and that it would kind of facilitate the ability to commune with himself and Shanti and any of the other followers in this other plane where she is currently imprisoned. And with that, his time to stay on this realm was kind of up, and he faded back through this doorway inside of that archway, and then left you alone. Again, on this sort of raised stone platform in the middle of this basin of water. The previously he the shadow elves all around you had kind of been backing away from that light, seemingly uncomfortable or possibly even intimidated by it. Certainly not happy about its presence. And he had also sort of raised up the water to almost form like a wall around parts of it to sort of keep them back whilst this conversation was happening, and you'd had a chance to kind of collect yourselves and deal with the situation you found yourself in, which I guess is where we pick up. Let's have a look.
Remind me, Sam. It seemed like the
Hello.
the part that killed the echoes were not the same as the dark elves.
The what? Sorry.
Is that correct? The party that killed the echoes,
Yes.
so that led by rangery type person.
Yeah.
They were not part of the same as the shadow elves.
No, the one remaining member of that party, again, just to jog some memories as it's been a amount of time. The one remaining member of that party was incredibly keen to not get caught and to get away from the shadow elves after that horn sounded and their presence was sort of revealed. Halloran eventually, in a moment of mercy compared to where they were a session earlier, actually cutting loose that female archer, allowing her to flee and retreat into the trees and deeper into the forest. So yeah, if they are aligned or working together, it certainly was not the impression that was given. No.
Sorry, the in-game sounds are way too loud for me. I don't know how to turn them down. All I can hear is thunderstorms.
Okay. I can't control your audio, but everyone's got their own. There's a sound option. It's called the playlists, I think, on the right hand side, and you can
Playlists.
change anything like that. Yeah. Apologies, it shouldn't be any louder than anything normal, I don't think. But
It doesn't. Oh yeah, that's better.
I don't think
I've turned it down on my end.
Oh, nice. Cool.
It was just really loud thunderstorms going off.
Oh, that's odd because it shouldn't even be thunderstorms coming. That's cool. Maybe I've messed something up and loaded my wrong playlist. Oh yeah, there shouldn't even be any sounds playing at all. Apologies, I must have clicked something by mistake.
Oh.
There, Shane. That should have faded away and gone for you.
It has faded away. It just like freaked me out of nowhere. Just something like thunderstorms and rain clouds and some like singing.
Yeah, no, sorry, dude. I must have clicked something by mistake in my rush to read out my notes. Cool. Yes. So we pick up. You are in the raised stone platform of the ruined sanctuary. And as that light sort of fades out from the archway and your group is kind of left alone now in the middle, the water that had sort of raised up and created that that sort of almost boundary wall around the stone platform itself kind of drops down slowly, and as it gets to sort of 3-4 feet above the natural water surface, it then just collapses down. There's a splash as it all drops down, and you are again sort of able to see the situation around you. There are these shadow elves dotted all around the forest and the clearing. They've sort of backed away as they had done as this light had started to form. And as you are now able to sort of look around again, you can take a look around. You can see there is still a lot of them around. Their numbers appear to have increased as well. And the time you have been sort of behind this wall and in this conversation with Father Mathis, it seems that more of these shadow elves have arrived and sort of made their way around, and you do appear to be surrounded. And as the water crashes down and you take in the scene, you can see there are these shadow elves dotted all around the clearing and the basin, but there's no immediate movement from them. They are all stood around. They have weapons drawn. Some of them even they're looking in your directions. But there is a kind of a silent sort of standoff as they look in your direction. Just up to the sort of the direct north top end of the map, there was one of the larger ones up here, and this one sort of takes a few steps forward towards the platform and looks over at the group of you, the 5 of you now stood on the stone platform. And then looks around the tree line, sort of circling around the entire tree line of this clearing. And then looks back to your group again. And he takes a step back just onto the tree line, the edge of the clearing. And he looks up to the sort of the northeast side of the map, where you see there are no of these shadow elves in that area, and he points in that direction and just keeps his gaze on your group. And yeah, I will pass it over to you guys.
Cash is just kind of looking around at them, and she will, without really saying anything, she's going to cast Cornucopia, basically just for some healing, and then she is going to consume all produce. So she basically just sort of grabs some vines and it kind of twists it into a basket, which then produces some fruit, which, without even really looking at it, she just eats. Have we still got the bodies of the echoes?
Yeah. So you've got I think they are. I think did you bring? I think They were all up on here anyway, weren't they? Other than Kasha, who you guys brought up with you. But yes. So the 3 echoes are still up on this this stone basin with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Kasha will basically lie, sort of straighten up the echo Kasha's body and wrap it in cloak or bedding. And then look around at everyone else. What are the rest of you doing?
Darius is probably just having a little sit down and a little munch while you're sorting bits out with your little buddies.
I'd probably just be making sure that there's we're not going to get snuck up on by anything, just in case.
Yeah, and you can keep looking out for it. As you do this, you're surrounded by a number of these shadow elves, but there's no kind of. There's certainly a sort of threat, or they're there, they are armed, they clearly outnumber you, but there's no kind of. Nobody seems to be making any moves towards your group or anything. You're kind of being left alone to your own devices whilst being monitored and watched.
Okay. I don't think I have any healing.
Once Kasha, sort of wrapped Kasha's echo, going to take a look at this the dead barbarian lady.
Yeah.
Has she got anything of interest on her? I'm specifically looking for anything that will identify her, but also, magic items would be nice.
Yeah, you sort of, you can. I think you may be able to click on her and see her inventory. I think.
Oh, yes, I can.
I believe, yeah. So she has. I mean, she has a great axe that she was using and swinging at Darius. Sadly for her, not quite as successfully as she may have liked. She's got some armor. The other thing you do find, there is a. Yeah, there is a note, which again my Foundry's now not letting me click anything again. What the fuck? Yeah, I think it should be on there now. Yeah, I think I just said it's hidden, but so there is a note. Sort of tucked into a small leather pouch on the belt of this barbarian, and yeah, it reads, Marin, it is easier to write this as over time you have become less and less willing to listen with each passing day. We left our homes to follow you because we had seen what the imposter goddess was doing to our sacred forest. We had a purpose, but somewhere along the way you've lost sight of that, and I fear that what began well-intentioned is now just a never-ending campaign of vengeance. I miss home and I miss my father. If you read this, it means I have left to find the others, to hope that they can forgive us for the path that we have chose. Please, Marin, come find us, and come home before we forget what home is.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make that. I'll add that to like journals. You'd be able to see. But yeah.
Casher reads it, and then I'll hand it to anyone who is near. Javelin.
Yeah.
Casher will take the javelin and resting it against this sort of that rock that we're next to. Gonna basically lean it up against her at 45 degrees and then stamp on it. Gonna attempt to. I don't care whether if it's metal, it can. If it's wood, then ideally it's snapping.
Yeah,
nice.
It's like a wooden javelin. Yeah, you sort of smash down in sort of anger or rage, and yeah, this javelin just snaps in half, and again there's this sort of uncomfortable silence as these shadow elves just sort of stand around watching your group, and the cracking and the breaking does sort of break the silence, but there is little reaction still from them as they just sort of carry on watching on at you.
Do we have enough time for me to try to treat my own wounds? 10 minutes. Are we spending 10 minutes here?
I'd have thought you definitely got 10 minutes. I reckon Casher would have spent upwards of 10 minutes just tending to the other Casher.
Okay, so I'm going to try and treat wounds then. Does that work? I don't know if that works or not.
Very much.
That's a critical.
4. Oh, critical. Is that because is it always 4 d6?
It's because it was critical.
Okay, critical. Yeah. Alright, well, that'll do. Cool. Alright, nice. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and then I'm ready to go after that, I think.
Casher will, if she can, she'll break that great axe as well. I'm just wondering if I don't think I've got any spells that would let me do that.
there's also.
Yeah, not really. Multiple acids, breaches. Yeah, no, I don't think she's got anything particularly clever in doing it, so she'll just try and destroy it. I mean, she's not going to really realistically destroy the head, but
Yeah, I think this is a
Actually-
relatively decently forged sort of weapon.
Mm.
And yeah, the metal itself you get very much damage on, but as you sort of smash, you sort of go at it and sort of just release your anger and your emotion on that. You could do a fair bit of damage. I mean, you can certainly make the weapon pretty unusable.
Yeah, I think
at least the
unusable.
handle and everything and the sort of body of it is quite sort of ruined.
And then Kasha will once she's done that, she still hasn't really said anything. She looks around at the rest of them. Don't think there's any of the bad guys within. No, none of the rest of the party were this. She looks around at everyone. She can see that Adzalor looks seriously injured.
Yeah.
And then she just turns her back on him. And then she's going to pick up Kasha and wade through the water to there. And if that body is there, then I will grab that body.
Yeah.
Sort of at the same time.
Yeah, by all means.
Drag it onto the side so that she can look at it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and as you look through the sort of the items and the sort of pockets, etc. of this particular fallen combatant, there's a number of items. I mean, she has the shield and long sword that she was carrying during combat, and as you sort of looking a bit closer, you can see there are carvings on the longsword. You can see these are runes. This is a +1 longsword. The potency runes on weapons can be kind of removed to place their abilities onto other weapons, but that does take some time.
She'll break the crossbow. Probably just can't really break a shield. Just cut off the straps from the shield.
Yeah.
Just slice through them, and the same with the bits of the full plate, and then just tuck that into the water. She'll grab the map. And the long sword. She'll just stab the long through this person's chest and leave it sticking there, looking like the sword and the stone.
Yeah.
And then move over and. This is the druid, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm just going to have to refresh again. So many really weird going on. Maybe carry on.
Doing that to any of the rest of you.
I'm guessing Darius will just kind of like go to kind of leave if they've left that gap. As I can see you're heading that way.
I'll probably still have my gun drawn, but like slowly make my way over.
Yeah. Darius is just heading to kind of leave, and obviously
As you come past Darius, Kasha calls your name and just chucks you this bag.
Okay.
which I'm not allowed to do. If you take double click on the dead body, and then have a look at the void salts.
And just take the
But
void
she's basically
salts.
just actually this sachet of powder.
Okay. On consumables. Just the void salts, yeah? You
Yeah.
just throw me some void salts.
It's consumable. And then I will take the fire lava, the frozen lava, and stick it in a pocket. And then snap his spear.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just read what they are.
Yeah.
I just don't want them.
Oh, it's like the void salts.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just...
I mean,
That
yeah.
feels like something you might enjoy.
There's certainly someone in the party that might like that, yeah. And as you're doing this, the party sort of you make your way down off the base and you go across. You spend time going through these bodies. You are Kasha. You're sort of brutalizing some of the equipment left around these bodies. And again, you are surrounded or watched at all times. Failing, you're sort of keeping an eye out, watching it, or as you said, sort of looking for anything to be unsure of. And all of these shadow elves watch you constantly, but there's no kind of escalation. They never move in your direction. They seem to stand back and allow you to go about your business. Don't forget there was a load of Cash's gear here as well.
Oh yeah, I will pick up Cash's gear.
Yeah, I will move everything
Oh,
from the other one
gotcha.
over to you quick if you want.
Yeah. Has she got anything that she's I care about? Oh yeah. Yeah, I will. Oh. I've selected Cash's icon and it's immediately given me Cash's icon, which means I can't see anything. That's okay. Drag it, drop it.
I can. Oh, you got it.
Yes, no, it's okay. I can do it.
Nice. Phelan, whilst Kasha is brutalizing weapons and picking up the other Cash's sort of gear, can I get just a secret perception check from you, quick, whilst you are sort of keeping an eye out and looking around?
Yes. Hold on. Oh, right, there it is. Did I do that right? Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, you are, and again, you're kind of, I guess, surveying the situation, looking out for anything to be aware of, Phelan. Nothing particularly springs out at you. You can see you're outnumbered. You can see. I think as the party sort of discussed amongst yourselves previously, this fight would only go one way if it kind of did escalate potentially. But there's no sign of escalation from these creatures at all. They watch you. As you look around, and so most of them seem to just sort of meet your eyes and look back at you, Phelan, but don't really react to you in any great way. There are one or two that from time to time you almost get like a reaction back from. A few almost just sort of sneer at you. There is one archer in particular, looks as you sort of looking around and surveying, that kind of pulls back very slightly on their bow, where it's pointed out the ground, but they pull back very slightly, and you could clearly kind of waiting for you to escalate or react in any way.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I won't escalate, but like, I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
None of us. Well, a couple of us use swords. Kasha will indicate the sword stuck in whatever that one. Redhead's body. And say that looks magical. And then she's going to spend a couple of minutes sort of resorting through her gear, putting things back into her backpack, stuff that Kasha had. And she's going to pick up Kasha's body, start walking off that way.
Okay. Yeah, so there is this body here has this sword sticking out of it. Where Kasha indicates the rescue is magical. I don't know if anyone's got any interest in it or not. No, fair enough. We will move on then, I guess.
Is it in the spot that Cash is currently stood in?
No, it's here.
It's
It's
fighter here.
This one here. Surely a +1 longsword is. Does everyone just have really good weapons at the moment?
I've got a +1 something.
I mean, the main thing to bear in mind of it is like a +1 rune can be moved from one weapon to another. So even if the longsword itself is of no interest to anyone, there is a chance to turn any other weapon in the group into a +1.
Okay. I think I might also want the full plate armor actually, but I just need to double check what the rules are. Like what I'm losing.
What have you got, mate? You have half plate, I think, at the moment, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's +1 AC bonus. The check penalty is the same on it. The speed penalty is the same on it. Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it is just. There is no downside for you. It is just better.
There's a 0 dex modifier cap. What does that mean?
So that is the you have to have at least that amount of dexterity to use it essentially. I suppose, yeah. What is your dexterity? I don't think.
Actually, I think that's a strength thing. I think the dex that's how much dex modifier you get if you wear it. Right. I think that's a cap on your dex modifier.
You might be right. Yeah.
Okay, so if we look at what's my dex modifier currently? Well, where is that?
Oh, so the dexterity modifier cap. It's the maximum amount of your dexterity modifier that gets applied to your AC when you wear it.
On your character sheet, Charlie, if you click on modifiers just next to armor class, it will show you where you're getting.
Okay. Yeah. So actually,
okay. Yeah. So actually, it's no benefit.
Yeah, it's +1 AC, but because of your dexterity, you usually get one less from it. So yeah.
Yeah. If I'm currently getting +5 and +1, and I'll be getting +6 instead. But I get this bulwark ability, which I think I don't care about.
Yeah, it gives you a bonus on reflex saves. Yeah.
Actually, is that it? Is that all I'm losing? So I might as well take it.
I mean, technically, it's worth 35 GP, or roughly, as well.
Yeah, the problem is I probably can't carry it on its own. In fact, I can't carry it on its own. Okay, is it worth? No, I'm gonna leave it. I think one bulk is not worth that ability. So, sorry, that's a bit complicated. However, I will take the sword. If no one else can take the sword, I've taken the sword.
Nice. Okay.
What swords does Adslot have?
Short swords.
Short swords. Okay, fine.
2 short swords. Yeah, 2 short swords.
Okay, all right. I just thought Jake isn't here, and he can have one if needs it.
Cumbered.
Back 1 sec.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm. don't know if I'm missing something. It looks like none of Jake's weapons have any potency runes. I don't know if he just never bothered with that. I'm not sure. Perhaps he thinks bonuses are overrated. I don't know.
That's
I haven't got any, but I just don't use weapons, and
Yeah.
I just feel like it's better that he's just got like a giant stick he's using to walk with. It's not actually a staff.
What is happening again? What the hell is happening to me?
That's always a question. As we start walking off, I will use my second focus point to cast Cornucopia again. And then I will offer that to Darius. Kasha, this again weaves this sort of little basket, and this piece of fruit appears in it. She then offers to you.
Darius would just eat it without even thinking about it, thinking it's just some fruit and nuts you're feeding me.
I think if you click consume all produce, I think it will heal you.
Nom 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 nom.
You might then, so if I select you, maybe I can actually heal you with it. Which one's you? Oh, that guy there.
Yeah, you go.
Done. Lovely.
Nom nom nom.
And again, it's pointless to mention because Jake's not here, but she purposely kind of looks around at the party, and it's obvious that Adsalor is the most damaged, and again ignores him.
To answer the question as well about Adsalor's lack of +1 weapons, they were on the Echo Adsalor. I will assume Adsalor will probably want to take those things, but I will resolve that with Jake.
I would have thought he will, yeah.
I think that makes sense. I won't punish him for not being here.
I think
you lose.
Yeah. Yeah, and then really, without saying a lot, Kasha's going to start walking off. She is probably encumbered, although hopefully we're going to come out of combat in a second so that she can get rid of this persistent bleed damage that's sitting around.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're heading off in that direction with Kasha's body, and I assume the rest of the party are following you.
Yeah. It's saying my undead's still summoned, by the way, but I'm pretty sure it died.
Yeah, it's because we are technically still in combat when we kind of
cool.
Pause. Yeah, but yeah. Yes, I think you never got round to your next chance to choose whether you're going to sustain or not, but that probably doesn't matter greatly now.
I thought he died.
Yeah, but I don't. There is still a spell for you to choose to sustain or not sustain, but it doesn't matter in this situation now. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Everyone's following Kasha in that northeasterly direction, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you reach the tree line again, Phelan, you've been sort of purposely watching the party sort of back and sort of taking in this the shadow elves, and you see as you reach the tree line, they've all began sort of closing in around the basin and around the platform in the middle, etc. And the groups all still seem mostly sort of focused on your party, but you can see they close in around the platform, and also somewhat around your group as well. They get closer to your group and sort of close the distance, and that one sort of funneled area up to the northeast where you are sort of sent towards is the only area that remains sort of free of these creatures. And as you reach the tree line and begin to sort of leave the clearing, you see they look in your direction still, and the one that was pointing at the direction has kept their hand there the whole time through this through this sort of the last sort of 10, 15 minutes or so, as you've been sort of surveying the bodies and collecting items. As you reach the tree line, he then lowers his hand finally, and there is just in a blink, there is just a movement, and he then appears up on the raised stone platform, sort of on the ruined sanctuary instead. And you see he immediately turns his focus away from you, begins looking at the archway intently and sort of looking it over, and you see reaches his hand out briefly towards the stone, then pulls back, seemingly unsure or uncertain about the structure, and then turns, looks back in your direction again, sees you looking at them, Phelan, and this large sort of 7.5 foot tall shadow elf, just pure muscle. He looks over, meets your gaze, particularly Phelan, as you sort of look back and you're sort of walking backwards the last few steps as you enter the tree line, and just keeps the gaze, just fully matches your eyes and watches as you sort of pull back into the tree line, and your party leaves the ruined sanctuary.
The crude map, Sam.
Yes.
Do I think that the what did it say? The ruined sanctuary is the sanctuary that we are at. Any way of telling that, or is it?
I mean, this is a hand drawn map, and not a particularly detailed one. This is very sort of crudely sort of put together. But you can see there is a marking that is listed as the ruined sanctuary. And you can see there are the 3 bodies of water, the sort of streams that were sort of filling into that basin. That you can see those sort of marked on the map, and so it seems there is nothing to suggest that this would not be the place that is marked.
Okay. I try and look around and try and get a bearing on where this mountain would be. Then just for the rest of you, I don't know if you read the map description, but it's a crude map that includes markings for the ruined sanctuary. There you go, perfect. And to the north, marking at the base of a mountain labelled the Green Mother's Tooth. Does that mean anything to me from Neelam's lore? Neelam's Forest lore?
This isn't even something you particularly have to make a roll for. The Green Mother is a one of the many sort of names or nicknames for Shanti, for the goddess herself. The Green Mother's Tooth doesn't ring a bell particularly. That doesn't mean anything, but the term the Green Mother certainly does. And you know from your what you know of Neelam's Grove, there are some mountainous regions and some mountains in within the forest that sort of break out of the forest and sort of pierce through the sort of tree line and up above. None that are specifically named to your knowledge. But the term itself, just the Green Mother, refers to Shanti.
Interesting.
I'm back. I had just come home and I had gotten the key out the door so she couldn't get in. Awkward. What did I miss? Sorry.
Only that the map I found has what we think is this ruined sanctuary and a mountain marked on it called the Green Mother's Tooth.
The same as Kasha, Halloran. The Green Mother is another sort of nickname or term used for the goddess Shanti.
The crude map. Have the location of the crude map been added onto the map of the Grove or not?
Not yet, but we.
Is it an item that I can look at or not?
No, it's just words.
It's just text. It's not an actual map.
Yeah. Okay. Does it sort of show how far the? Because where are we now? Are we at the ruins? We think we're at the ruin sanctuary now, right?
I think we're at the ruin sanctuary. A ruin sanctuary.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've just looked here, and actually I've been slacking. I've not updated this map for a while. So let me try to do that now. Actually, I don't know where the river went. I can't remember what happened. How did we get here?
I can. Sorry, I didn't realize this. You guys haven't used this. I can backdate this later, but I won't do it now. Just for.
I think we kind of
brevity.
Yeah. So we do think we are roughly where the ruin sanctuary is marked on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we did have a really weird, because if you remember, we were walking and we had the forest went all weird and violent and stuff. So we could be absolutely fucking anywhere. I would say, but we definitely think a fair assumption that the guy that came out of the gate was that father, what's his face from the village that we never met. Did we establish that?
Yes, it was. Yeah. He did identify himself, and
Yeah.
I think Halloran's never actually met him, has he? But was recognised. I think in some of the some of his sort of clothing and some of the markings of his clothing last session.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
presumably
That is Father
what's
Matthews,
face-
the exiled chief priest. Yeah.
So we tick that. I guess we can tick off the find Father Matthews crest.
Yeah, so I guess you've got a few immediate choices. I guess obviously you've got the body of the Echo Kasha with you currently. These creatures or the shadow elves seem to be sort of urging for you to head in a sort of northeasterly direction from here, or at least in the immediate exit from that sort of clearing. The map that map that you've got hold of, Kasha, that seems to show this mountain, the Green Mother's Tooth with the marking on it. That is in a far more direct northerly direction. And then you've got obviously the fled captive that you had, the last remaining member of your original ambushes as well, who you allowed to leave, who did initially leave to the north, this same sort of northeasterly direction as well.
Is there any sign? Actually, that is a fair point. Kasha would like to hunt her down. So, is that sort of leaving off of here? Is there any sign trail that we could follow?
From your captive that fled.
Yeah.
I will get anyone that wants to look for any sort of signs or anything like that can make a secret survival check for me.
Blind to game masters.
Anyone else that just
If you want to apply a minus to it, I don't think Kasha's going to be sort of trying really scouring the floor for it.
Yeah.
She's more heading north and looking to see if it's a coincidence.
Yeah, that's good.
But if she does see something, she was bleeding, I think.
She had taken a fair amount of damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just Kasha looking for this any trails or signs?
I feel like Darius is too busy seeing, make sure no one's following us and looking at herbs to worry about where other people have gone.
Yeah, Kasha, you sort of look around, and by the time you're sort of out of the basin itself and that sort of clearing it back into the forest, and far enough away that you are kind of, not directly able to see those creatures sort of surrounding and watching you anymore. you are also very much out of the area of knowing which direction that captive went in or any signs. You look around for any obvious signs, but nothing stands out to you at all.
Kasha is pretty sure that she would have, once she stopped her initial run, she would have hidden her tracks and stuff. So she's not surprised that she doesn't see anything. But that's okay. Nature is patient. So from Kasha's point of view, she's basically just going to walk pretty much north, rather than northeast. If the shadow elves appear, then maybe she'll think about it. Not particularly fast, but not.
Sorry, you cut out for me there. Not particularly fast. Can anyone hear me?
Oh, I can now. Oh, couldn't hear you if you were saying stuff before then. Oh, interesting. You still there?
Yes, sorry. You sort of broke up a bit for me, and I assume I broke up for you.
Yeah, I think that might have been me. I lost it. I just suddenly got a message saying I'd lost Foundry as well, but it came back. So I think that might be my broadband suffering.
You was heading in that sort of northerly direction.
Yeah, heading north, fairly relentlessly, but not particularly fast. What the time was?
It's sort of about 3:30 in the afternoon, so sort of mid-afternoon.
Okay. So, unless anyone wants to do anything different, Kasha's going to keep walking till dusk. And then as the light starts to go, she's going to look for a clearing of some sort. Somewhere where we could possibly camp, and also somewhere where she can bury Kasha.
I'm fine with this. Sam, this mountain that's on the crude map, can we see this from the forest itself? Or is it hard to see over the canopy?
Not where you are. No.
Okay, so we just know it's north. We don't know. We can't. We don't have a what's it called? A waypoint to walk towards. No, fine. That's right. Yeah. I'm not equipped for forest exploration, so I'm happy just to follow the leader of the forest folk.
So you were just Jesus fucking Christ. You would head north and find somewhere to stop and
Yes. Yeah. Once we've got. Do we think the elves are still following us, or have they disappeared?
See, as you sort of left out for that clearing, Phelan was looking back and taking a look, and they carried on sort of watching you, but there was no sign of them sort of encroaching or following or anything you can see.
Okay. After a couple of hours, once it starts to get not even just before dusk, then Kasha will send Thornleaf out a little bit looking for somewhere suitable and just find a little bit of a clearing. And then she's going to, again, unless anyone else wants to do anything, or I think she's going to place Kasha in the Echo Kasha in the center of the clearing, and think just checking my spell list. No. Yeah, and then she will basically she'll build a small pyre And then we'll proceed to bury her, which is proceed to burn her, which is pretty much going to be a small pyre, possibly some. We haven't really got any magic that will help her burn. And then some ritual singing and stuff, and then as the fire's lit, as the sun goes down, she'll sit by the fire until morning.
What about the rest of the group? What you want to do?
I will keep a respectful distance, but say some prayers to Shanti whilst the sort of the initial ceremony is going on, and then mostly just tend to wounds. I've updated the map with a bit of a river because I'm pretty sure we covered the river, and we've these have branched off. There's like 3 bits, it's what have you.
Yeah, that sort of.
Are we going directly due north, and does that mean we therefore lose the rivers?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Your
Yeah.
intention was to go north, wasn't it, Kasha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
these
gonna get a drink quick because it's really hot up here. Sorry, I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
So yeah, while Sam's done that, what we're going to do?
We're just going to go north, right, and look for the village or city of elves or whatever, or hunt these guys that killed Echo Kasha, or both.
Yeah, I think it might end up being the same thing, but yeah, that's sort of looking for them is probably the first thing I think is following that map to the foot of the mountain, because is that where they came from, or or what?
Yeah, I'm assuming the mountain is called the Green Mother's Tooth rather than the tooth being a location on the mountain, but it might be a location on the mountain.
Mm.
There's a mountain tooth that's tooth shaped.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I imagined, but it could be part of.
Yeah.
It could be a face, I guess, in the mountain, and maybe the tooth's a cave.
Yeah, or it could be like a sub hill, a sub peak. But we'll find out when we get there. Yeah, I'm in favour of going up there, going north.
Are you going to heal Adsalor?
Yeah.
You're just going to leave him be.
Well, I need to also heal myself a bit more as well. I'm assuming, given that you're
Yeah, we're going to be here overnight, I would assume.
Yeah, but you're sort of out of action when it comes to things like healing, right? You're busy
yes.
doing...
Actually, technically, I've got 1 heal left.
No, I meant the fact that you're mentally busy.
Mentally busy, yeah.
Yeah. If you're burning Echo Kasha, kind of like tag on the shoulder while you're doing it and be like, well, hey, can you just come and help me out with this healing?
Yeah, probably don't do that.
My foundry is also screwed up a little bit, so I'm just going to refresh it.
I definitely lost internet for a second here in general, but it seems to have recovered.
I just keep looking at my computer that's getting hotter and hotter.
Or how I can see. I used to have a little widget that told me the temperature of the computer. It's been so long since I've needed it. I don't bother with it.
I spent like 300 on my cooling system, and it's got a little video that plays me my temperatures of everything,
Ah, cute.
and it tells me the time as well. It tells me how hot my computer is. Apparently, my graphics card's 61 at the moment.
What do you
That's
have
how I
in
used.
terms of cooling?
Oh, it was really expensive one. It cost me fucking loads, but it's got this really cool little camera on it. What was it called?
But is it an AIO or have you got a custom cooling loop built in?
Oh, it all came together. It's really cool. If you go on to like Amazon or everything, it's a TRYX Panorama 360. It has this really cool little screen.
Ah. Oh, there we go. Found it. My CPU is 57.0.
Mine's probably not that hot because I've got like Shane, I've got an AIO. Actually, my computer used to be quite a nice computer years ago. It's a lot of RGB, and there's a lot of expensive fans in there.
I wonder if I could turn my fans up.
It's just I don't care anymore about games.
My graphics card apparently is 54 degrees, 55. Yeah, it comes between 54 and 55. Apparently my thresholds are 85 degrees. So
My graphics card is 56 degrees. And I don't know about my CPU. Where did you find out CPU temperature? Was that on an app?
I found it. It's an app. It's the
Yeah.
what's it called? It was called something stupid. I didn't realize that. It's called AI Suite 3.
Right. Okay.
It's whatever came with my motherboard.
Yeah. My GPU is reported in Task Manager, but CPU is not.
But
do I have it installed? Yeah, possibly. No, I don't have it installed anymore. Yeah, my computer is unfortunately a bit old, and I can't justify it. It literally only goes on for this, and then I can't justify upgrading it. When I built it 6 years ago, something like that. No, shoot. Oh, Christ, it might be 10 years old actually.
mine mine was beginning of lockdown, so I guess it's 6 years old.
Mine is basically like 6 months old. The only thing I haven't replaced yet, which I'm doing right this very second, is a new graphics card.
Yeah, well, it's 9 years old because it was. I've got a first generation Ryzen CPU in it. So, yeah.
I've got a Ryzen CPU.
Yeah, I've got Ryzen as well.
Yeah, I've got a decent graphics card. The graphics card was upgraded at some point. Well, decent. Again, it's not that decent anymore because technology's moved on so quickly. But I've got like a 2000 series graphics card. Yeah, it's.
I think mine's 2000. One of the screens I was looking at here told me this stuff. Where did I see it?
I do know my graphics card cost me £2,000 when I bought it, and I had to ask my parents very nicely to buy it for me because I needed it for work.
I've got my graphics card's 280 still. But I'm literally just looking at Amazon Prime and getting a 580, 5080, whatever they're called now.
Yeah,
I think they're only like. Yeah, I've got the GeForce RTX 2080 in there. I've got the Ryzen 7. That's my processor at the moment.
I've got a 2080 Ti, which was the basic nicest consumer card you could buy at the time, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I've got in there currently. Hence, I'm thinking of buying a new one through the Amazon Prime deals. And I'm getting tempted to try and get myself an Alienware monitor, a 34-inch monitor.
Ooh. I don't really like the big monitors, but that's maybe me.
No.
Ah, there we go.
I've got two, so like if I want to play games with a small one, I've got it for that.
I just don't
So
play games.
double.
Is the problem. I'm more likely to build a setup that I can dock my MacBook into my monitors and then replace my computer. I just haven't got time.
Dual RTX 620, I think. No, 2060.
The graphics card I've got at work is very nice, but unfortunately I can't use it to play games on because it's in a headless server. But the graphics card I use at work sometimes, well, I've got access to like 20 graphics cards, but the good one is
wow.
a H200.
I'm gonna quickly grab a drink as well.
Which is
Just
like
out as well.
40 grand card.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is the top of the range currently. I think like even as of today, it's still the best graphics card that Nvidia make. And we're currently pushing to get another like 6 or 7 bought for us.
I guess you use that for all the AI nonsense, I assume.
Yeah.
Or is it just data processing nonsense in general?
No, yeah. Well, no, the AI stuff is what you use the graphics cards for. Like currently, like obviously I'm sat here talking to you, but technically I'm also utilizing all of our AI hardware, all of our graphics card estate, because everything's just running jobs constantly for me.
Discovered I don't know what version my graphics card is because there are thousands that all have the same model number and are just different versions. But anyway, it's 6 years old.
I think isn't that? But that's because Nvidia don't make the graphics cards, right?
Yeah,
So they don't make all the graphics cards.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think they do. I think they make some graphics cards, but I think a lot of the graphics cards, like mine is, I can't remember what that brand is now. It's like Aorus. Mine's an Aorus.
Worse.
And but I think like Aorus make it, or someone makes it for Aorus. It's not Nvidia, but they buy like the license for the spec of the chips.
Yeah.
It does mean there's like 1,000 SKUs, and they're like all subtly different, slightly because of, but they're basically also the same.
Yeah.
Towel myself down a little bit.
That's the sheer excitement. Okay. Oh. So having had this for 6 years, I just found there's a thing where I can change the fan speeds.
Oh, I used to be not anal, but I used to be like into that sort of stuff where I would like have it so that it was quiet when it wasn't working hard and like came on at certain speeds, and I used to overclock stuff. But I say these days I just don't have the time or even the headspace to think about this sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
I wish I did.
Well, I'm pretty sure when I bought mine, it's got the fans change color, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to change the color so that when I can, when I'm playing, I don't know, Foundry or something, it will change to D&D colors. But I've never worked out how to do that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on all Corsair parts. So I've got Corsair AIO and Corsair, rest of my Corsair fans, all of the same model, like the same whatever you call it, like line, which is probably completely outdated now. So that in theory they all get controlled the same way. That used to be so that when you turn it on, they'd all have the same sort of color scheme.
Cool, that's better.
So ideally, you're going to hit us with some overpowered random encounter about halfway through the evening, where I've made it clear that Kata is not resting.
Well, that was the plan, obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Now my browser's timed out. What the fuck is going on there?
Yes.
It's like after every 5 minutes or so, my Foundry just like stops responding to anything. Cool. Right. So. Cool. Yeah. So you head out north. You move away from the that clearing itself, and then yeah, Kasha, you were burying your Echo, weren't you?
Yeah, technically cremating, but I'm planning on burying it tomorrow. But yes.
And the rest of you just resting up.
Yeah, whilst doing that, I'm going to try and do some healing. So I think the first thing I can do with Adslor is I can lay on hands for free, because that's just a spell that I've got available. And then I would want to do some cure wounds as well, I think. On them. Let's see what happens with that. I'll figure out how to find cure wounds now. Is it just only in the toolkit? I'll treat wounds, so it's not cure wounds.
As you do it on Adslor, I think you should bump it up to the maximum risky one.
Dies, he dies.
I'll do it. I can do it again, right, or not? How does it work again?
I think once you succeed in the treat wounds, then he's
immune for an hour.
Immune for an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Although no, you've got continual recovery, so 10 minutes.
Okay. Which means I can do it continuously, because that 10 minutes, I think,
takes
counts
10
as
minutes,
part of... Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll go again. This is actually the first time I've done a lot of treat wounding, because it's not actually my healer's toolkit, I don't think. I think it's somebody else's that they lent me. I think it might be yours, Kasha.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember why I had it.
You can pretty much have it, because I have a cantrip that will let me generate a healer's toolkit.
Okay, I might do that. Cool. Are you now fully healed? Adslor's not here, so I don't want asking.
Yeah, as good as they are, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do myself now. Is I roll crap. I am going to just what's called it that hero point that. Is that possible? Yeah. We always
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah. That puts me at nearly full, so that'll do. Oh, maybe I'll do one more. No.
Wow.
All right. That's where that ends. And then everybody else is kind of failing as well. Kind of carry on with failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll continue recovering everything. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Where's Halloran been so far in this campaign? At least on healing, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Nice. Okay. I mean, that puts everybody full or just very short of. Yeah.
Oh. Do you know something really funny as well?
Go on.
I've been using the default treat wound skill, which is nature, but my medicine's actually +9, not +7, and my focus myself was by -2. So had I used the correct one, I would have succeeded. That's annoying, but
I think
that's
you're
okay.
pretty healthy. I think you're okay.
I think I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll leave the healing there. That's good enough. Everyone should be either fully healed or close to it. So
Close enough.
Nice,
yeah.
Okay. So yes, Kasha. Obviously, I think you all said you were kind of keeping a bit of a respectful distance. I think you said, right?
Yeah.
I think Darius is going to cook dinner and like put a little plate of food next to him without saying anything. Oh, sorry. He's going to make a little pot of food or everything. And just leave it there.
Nice. Kasha, yeah, as you sit back and you sort of you perform this cremation, I guess, and you sort of sit back and take in the sort of the smoke of the fire as it sort of builds up and sort of overtakes the sort of the pyre, I guess, and Thornleaf sort of just stands beside you, and as the smoke sort of starts reaching up to the sort of the canopy above and up to the top of the forest, Thornleaf flies up and sort of starts circling around and almost sort of dancing through the smoke itself, before coming back and sitting down just alongside you. And yeah, you can sort of feel the nature around you, as well as the fading connection with your echo you had encountered, and that you had taken every opportunity you could to maintain and build that connection. And as you are sort of sat there and taking that in, Darius places like some food alongside you, sort of steps back, and there is you can almost as you are able to commune with plants and trees, and you can almost feel the sadness of the forest itself. Sort of, it's almost like the shadows creep in a little bit in the area where you've sort of stopped to do this. And yeah, it's not foreboding. It's you can almost feel the sorrow of the forest itself, as one of its own sisters has sort of passed. The rest of you sort of sit back, and Darius, you deliver this food and take a step back yourself and give Kasha the space that she needs. You sort of reflect on your journeys so far in the grove itself, and the combat you've just sort of survived and made it through. And you have certainly gained experience from that, and you can all level up to level 5, which we don't have to do. Well, we can do it here and now if you want, or we can take care of that between sessions. But yes, everybody does get to level up.
Cool thing.
Oh, yeah. So it's up to you guys what the preference is. We can do that now. We can do it between sessions. I don't know who's got stuff planned and ready or not, etc.
I think I got mine all planned.
Okay.
What
You
about?
have reminded me that I was meaning to do something.
That's all good.
Path Builder doesn't have the Google Drive on it anymore for me, and I don't really have to use Path Builder.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I hit low character, and there's no fault. Like, oh, don't worry, I found it down the
I've
bottom.
yeah.
All
Oh,
good.
the Star
There you
Builder
go.
as well.
And what I've done, I've raised all your characters in Foundry to level 5 now. Anyway.
Oh, lovely.
Obviously, there are slots to fill with things. But yeah, your characters are leveled up.
So, how do we? Oh, level 5. Got some things. Boost strength. Lovely.
Or at least I thought everyone was leveled up until I can't interact with anything yet again.
It looks like I was.
Yeah, I assume you guys are. It's just once again my UI has just stopped doing anything. It must be my side because nobody else seems to be having problems. So yeah.
Strength con dex inter.
Wait, do I get 4 ability boosts?
Yes. So yeah, at level 5, you will all get 4 ability boosts.
That's madness.
The most important thing to keep in mind with that is once you are at +4 on something, it takes 2 boosts to go up. So things kind of slow down a little bit there. So it's a bit of a longer term investment. And your ability boosts only come at 5, 10, 15, 20. So if you've got anything that is, below, 3 or lower, you can raise it. If you're only at 4, you can go 1 step towards raising it now, but you wouldn't be able to get the whole way there for another 5 levels. And I've managed to load back in. That's cool.
That sounds basically perfect.
I don't know if I'm being dumb, but I can't log into Path Builder.
Okay.
So how do I do it on like Foundry?
So you can do it on Foundry. So for you, I think yours are relatively straightforward at level 5. It's more just there's a bit of a jump in a power, but there's not a ton of choices. So for you, Phelan, you have got at level 5, you've got 1 skill increase. You've got your 4 ability boosts, and then you get a new ancestry feat. So they all should be relatively... Yeah, so in Foundry, if you go onto your character sheet...
Yeah.
On the front page of your character sheet, you've got your attribute modifiers. And the
Right,
edit
yeah.
button should be glowing because you have attribute modifiers to spend.
Right,
And you can just click the boost button to choose the 4 you want. So yeah, any of those will raise it by +1, except for your dexterity, which is 4 currently. Raising that is... essentially 4.5. It makes no difference until you put another 1 in it next time you are able to.
Okay.
The other thing that matters for you as well, Phelan, was that if I recall, you couldn't take any of your free archetype feats when you last leveled up because you didn't have... none of your skills were high enough, I believe. Because you also get skill increase now. If you wanted to benefit from that, it would have to go on a particular skill. But I will have to very quickly look for your character to see where I noted down what you were missing last time.
Oh,
Phelan, when you leveled up to level 4, you couldn't take your free archetype feat because you had to be an expert in crafting to do so, and you were not at the time. If you want to put your skill increase now into crafting, you can backfill that you didn't get last time, but you don't have to. You can put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on. How do I?
So into crafting.
Right, yeah.
So on your proficiencies on your character sheet,
Yeah. Okay.
next to crafting, it'll say trained. You can just change that to expert.
There we go. Okay.
Nice. Which means you can then have the feat that you missed out on last time, which was reverse engineering. I will find that quick and pop it on a sheet for you. Reverse engineering.
Oh, is it an archetype feat?
Sorry?
Was it an archetype feat?
Yes, yeah. There, I've popped it on there for you now.
Okay.
Oh, except it says invalid. Why is it saying that? Expert in crafting. Scrounge your dedication. You have both of those. Why is it not like?
It might be because I accidentally just clicked on the search thing. So.
Maybe, or it might just be whatever weird stuff is going on with my UI this evening.
You want me to? I can try to find it. What's it called?
Reverse engineering. There are two versions of it. You want the level 4 one.
Ah, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem to want to work though. Why is that?
Yeah, it's not coming up for me.
Feat type is invalid.
What? Viable.
I'm good to go by it, Sam.
Cool, perfect. All right.
Yeah, it's actually quite easy to level up.
There you go. It won't go for some. I'm not sure. I'll work it out later, Cormac. It won't go in your archetype feats, but I've just put it under your bonus feats at the moment, and I will work it out later on. And then the only other thing for you at level 5, Cormac, was you've done your skill increase, you've done your ability boosts. You get a new ancestry feat as well.
Nice.
Cool.
Look
Yeah, 5 isn't like a ton of choices, I think, for most of you, but it is a relatively significant sort of boost in power, because obviously you're getting your attribute boosts, etc.
Third level spells as well.
And yeah, your like for you, for instance, Cormac, your weapon mastery with your gunslinger stuff now goes up to master, which gives you significantly bonuses to all your attacks with those. You say you're all sorted, were you, Charlie?
Yeah, I think so.
Lovely.
On Path Builder, so I think you import, don't you? From
Yes, I can
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah.
I think I need to rest before I can.
That's good.
Or at least daily.
This character, Halloran. Okay. Halloran is there. Strength, con, wisdom, charisma.
What's that mean?
You right?
Yeah, I was just looking at daily prep. When I expend, what does pairing a staff expend 1? Oh, it's chucking spell slots into
Yes.
staff.
Yeah, you can put spell slots into a staff. Yeah. Halfling ingenuity. Nice.
Can I do my daily preparations?
No, not well. It depends. Are you guys like camping for the night, or I wasn't too sure. I know we've sort of stopped so everyone can heal up and do this funeral.
Yeah, Cash's intention and the funeral thing is the vigil all night, and then at dawn, the ashes are then dug to the ground.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you guys are camping overnight, then yes, everyone can do sort of daily preparations as well. Then yeah.
I think that will reset my spell slots because
that is everything for Halloran. Yeah, you should be all sorted, Charlie.
Still, there's. Or is it because I've not? I don't appear to have any 3rd level spell slots. So I'm not exactly sure why.
1 moment.
Or is it? It might be the rest for the night.
What are you talking about on Foundry or Path Builder?
On Foundry.
Oh, all spellcasting stuff isn't automated on there. You have to manually update it for your character.
says.
You
Not
get 2 at level 3?
2.
I think.
Yeah, it is 2. 2, not 20. That's better. And check cancel.
Yeah, because there's so many little things that can like influence it. It doesn't kind of like do that automated. But yeah, I think Jake may have leveled up, but I can sort that with him later on. That's all good.
Yeah. 3, 3, 2.
I'm done, by the way.
Hi, done by the way. It's been a long time. Yeah, all good. Cool. Did you say you were having problems as well, Shane?
No, I've only done my I'm pretty sure I picked something instead of the slippery thing last time. I can't remember what it was, so I've gone for something different now where it's an empty spot. I've got recognize spell instead of that slippery thing,
Cool.
which was in my level 4 one. I'm pretty sure I can use that one, and I've gone for Witch Warden as my new ancestry feat.
Okie dokie.
What else do I have to do? Is it a new spell?
So you've got hang on, for you it is. So you've done your ability boosts.
No.
So yeah, you've got your 4 ability boosts, which will be on the front page of your character sheet. There should be, I think it like glows like yellow or green or
Oh,
something.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I already knew what I had planned for this one. Oh, no, I don't.
And yeah, as I said, though, yeah, you could anything you put into it will give it a +1, unless you're already at 4, in which case it's like it's halfway to doing it, and you have to do it again at 10 to get there. And then the other thing for you will be, Darius, you get a new ancestry feat, which looks like you might have taken anyway.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I needed a skill one because I was one short because I mucked up.
Which level 5? So you've got your ability boost, haven't you? You've got your ancestry feat. You got 1 skill increase as well, so you can raise one of your skills. Anything up to expert, you can't get to master yet.
So I can't do Oculus again then?
No, because you're already an expert. Yeah, your expert's the top you can get to currently. Yeah.
Can I do Arcana?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because the 2 I would have done are already expert, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. And you picked your feat already, didn't you? And then in terms of spells for witch at level 5, you have 2 level 3 ranked spells. And then for which because you work differently from Phil, don't you? Phil gets access to everything, you learn yours, don't you, as you go?
Yeah, I need to learn some new spells. I'm guessing it's probably a new 3rd rank one, right? Looking at my sheet.
Yes, but I think you might, hang on, it's, where is this in this PDF? Which spell?
It looks like I can have 2 level 3 spells prepared.
Yeah, so you get 2 level 3 slots, and you do you just learn 1 per level for you? I don't think that's right. Is it you learn more than that? I thought.
I think I've been picking 2 or 3.
Really stupid.
Not reading level 3 spells anyway.
Oh yeah, it's under this bit because you learn it via your thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patreon.
That looks interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Each time you gain a level, your patron teaches your familiar 2 new spells of any rank. So yeah, you get 2 new spells. And that is everyone. Yeah, everyone sort of spells where you're going, but yeah, that is everyone kind of done then in that case, which is cool. Yes, and you guys are resting through for the night, aren't you?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, you will be okay.
Luckily, we don't need to set a guard because Kasha is staying awake.
Oh, my UI again. What the fuck is going on?
Can you look through spells and I'll tell you what they are?
Give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to sort out my UI and Foundry yet again. Yeah, go for it. Go on. What spells are you looking for?
Temporal Twin. Does that mean I can cast it on any one of our group and they just get a free go? A free 1 action? How many it is?
Yeah, I will tell you in just a moment when anything on my screen decides to react to what I'm doing.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, sorry. Temporal Twin. So what was the question, sorry?
Don't worry, I've picked it. It was just where I just found better spells already. I was just wondering if I could I was just wondering if I cast it on Kasha, could she do any 1 action even if it's used slot already? But I just found something cool.
Okay, that's fair. Oh yeah, so you have, yeah.
Oh, did you see what I put there, did you? I just thought that one would be a really cool spell to have.
That seems pretty good. Cool. All right. So yeah, you all camp through the night. You can all make daily preparations, etc., and rest for the night as well. Which I think even for those that weren't quite fully healed, that should be enough to get you to fully healed at that point, anyway.
That's cool for what I've been using. Oh, oops. Oh. Yeah, I'll pick my 2 spells, Sam.
Perfect. Lovely. Cheers, dude. Cool. Yeah, as everyone's rested for the night if they got their healing, etc. from that as well, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Lovely.
And then fresh spell preparations as well, right?
Yes, yeah. It's a brand new day because you're camping up for the night, yeah.
Cool.
As everyone sort of camps overnight, Kasha, you decide to stay awake through the night and sort of watch on as this funeral pyre burns through. And yeah, again, Thornleaf every now and again sort of jumps up and sort of flies up to go and circle the area, sort of look around, but stays by your side and stays awake through the night as well alongside you. There's movement in the trees overnight, but anytime any of it's enough to sort of catch your notice in any way, you notice there are just sort of just nature and animals as you would expect. There is There's no ambush. Nobody seems to be watching you. There's no sign of these shadow elves appearing to have followed, and you are kind of left as peacefully as possible to pay your respects to your fallen sister. As the sun begins to rise in the morning, sort of breaks through some of the tree lines and sort of begins to first sort of pierce through the darkness in the forest itself. As Thornleaf goes up again to do another one of these circles around the area and flying around the sort of smoke, and even that's sort of starting to, that's kind of faded out at this point. It's almost the fires are down sort of embers and the smoke has sort of faded away. And as Thornleaf sort of flies around, you catch as the sort of sunlight is coming over. It's sort of as it sort of refracts sort of somewhat, and you can see it's there is just, you can see in the distance and some way away, you can as it's risen, you can just see where it's breaking over what looks to be a mountain. And as it does, there's even a slight sort of green glow comes as it just sort of comes up over the top of the mountain and breaks it. As soon as that happens, Thornleaf very quickly comes down and sort of circles around you for a moment, almost trying to sort of grab your attention, and then just sort of comes to a rest on your shoulder. The rest of you, as you sort of awake, it's a brand new morning. Everyone's had time to rest up and prepare whatever they need to do and to heal themselves of any remaining wounds, etc. And yeah, we have a brand new morning. And however you as a party want to proceed.
So when the morning comes, Kasha will bury the remains of the pyre.
Sorry, I was muted. I like gently. She wants a hand.
Sort of just turns and looks at you, doesn't say anything, and just turns back to continue doing what she's doing.
I will leave you alone. Sorry, Sam. Earlier we said on this map thing. We lost both rivers, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. All right. Can I estimate from where we are how far away this first of how far was it? Roughly how far away this mountain might be?
From that map? The map is it's like a hand drawn, crude map. There's very hard to tell. I mean, there are other sort of drawings and parts on it, but there's nothing that you've got any kind of point of reference to.
No, sorry. I meant from seeing the peak.
Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry. Yes. You can see it in the distance. It is quite far in the distance. As I say, it's not even an easy thing, really. It's only as the sort of sun's first come up and you can see as it sort of just crests over the top of it that you can sort of pick it up and see. It's some distance away still. If you were to make some kind of estimate, and it's visible to you, you suspect there's probably at least a day's travel to get there still, if you were to head towards it.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so I think that puts it roughly. I'm doing this like this is the map thing that I'm keeping myself. Ourselves. I think probably somewhere around as a mountain. So I'm a bit big. Obviously, I know that our map is not perfect, but it's more just to get a sense of things.
Yeah, I will get this cleaned up at some point. I'll work it.
No, I like it being bad. But like, what stage? What are these hexes again? I think these hexes like sort of a couple of hours travel, weren't they? So
yeah.
If we said
it's supposed to be around an hour's travel per hex. Yeah.
Okay.
So the final thing that Cash is going to do before we leave is I will expend a cast of Protector Tree.
Yeah.
To cast that on the grove and on the area. But it will last for a minute, and then if it doesn't get destroyed, if the tree is in soil and survives to the end of the duration, it remains as an ordinary non-magical tree. So.
Nice. That's cool.
Next, this mountain was called the Green Mother. That was
the Green Mother's Tooth.
Green Mother's.
Yeah.
I could be horrible now. I'd be like, hey, there's a combat that breaks out, but that seems needlessly mean, Phil.
Yeah, it does. Somehow I've...
Cool.
Somehow I place a Protector Tree on the map of the grove, up in the top corner.
Okay, that's cool.
It wasn't even on that map, I don't think, at that point. God,
I've added a rock mountain. I mean, it's quite big, but maybe it's too small.
Lovely. I think it's probably further away than that, though, isn't it? Or could you see it? Did I miss that bit?
It's about a day's travel, so I think that's about eight hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's good enough.
It can be further away. If it's further away, I don't think I can move it. I can move it back. There you go.
Cool. Let's find out.
I'd say it's only a very rough map for us, but it's just I like the idea of trying to keep a map.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can also, as you all sort of make your preparations, etc. in the morning. You all see as Kasha casts this spell, and this tree sort of forms up and grows over where the funeral pyre was. And yeah, I guess it is where Jesus Christ, this heat. It's a case of where do you want to go from here, and what route do you want to take?
I think Catra would like to continue straight north.
Yeah.
Following that sort of path up to the mountain, yeah? Nice, yeah, cool. Okie dokie. In which case, anything else anyone wants to do or take care of anything, or we are pretty good to carry on, aren't we?
I think yeah, good.
Cool. Okie dokie. In which case, you leading the way, Kasha?
Yeah.
Cool. If I can get from you a secret survival check, please.
Can do that.
You have a natural innate ability anyway to know the direction of north, and you have a visual reference to the mountain anyway, which obviously you can see it in the distance. So this is not a particularly difficult one to start heading towards. Let me just take care of one thing, which is that. I'll just note that down real quick. Perfect, cool. Cool. Yeah, so you all start heading north. You've got this crudely drawn map as a reference, and then the mountain that you've managed to just sort of spot in the distance overnight. It's just sort of peaking far up to the north over the top of the forest. You start heading up in that direction, and it's a somber and quiet atmosphere. Cash, am I right? I think you've not really spoken or communicated with anyone, have you?
Not really, no.
Yeah. And that awkward silence sort of continues as you begin sort of travelling along. Kasha keeping to themselves, Adsalor being extremely quiet, obviously. And yeah, it's somber, it's awkward. There was 8 of you in this party yesterday morning when you set off and left that hut where you had stayed for the evening. And this morning you find yourselves with just the 5 of you that originally arrived in Pear Trees together. It's a quiet journey, not a lot to talk about, not a lot said, and the forest itself almost seems to kind of echo the party as you are all sort of slightly withdrawn in yourselves, not particularly talkative. The conversation is a bit sort of stunted and stop-start, and the forest remains quiet. There's movement around you from time to time, and you see like some sort of rabbits and sort of various wildlife moving around, but it's almost if those of you that are more attuned to nature, so Kasha, Halloran as well, you can, and Adsalor, you can almost sense that the forest itself, it's almost like it's aware of how you are feeling currently as a group, and seems to just sort of reflect that back and take that into account. And with Kasha quite resolute and set on where they are heading, and with the mountain as a reference, it's a relatively easy journey to make. There's not much risk of kind of getting waylaid, and you spend the morning sort of heading up in that direction. This same sort of status with not a lot going on, not a lot to say. As you are sort of heading up, Darius, in one of the breaks in conversation, as the sort of party falls quiet amongst themselves, you've got that sort of itching and movement around your neck as your familiar kind of awakens a little and sort of makes itself known to you. And there is, it's not a full conversation, it's almost a whisper, as it almost, as the silence makes it hard for it to sort of vocalise and sort of communicate with you, it just sort of whispers in your ear, and it says to you, everything that guy said, you don't trust him over me, do you?
I don't trust anyone, to be fair.
But
you do something for me, I do something for you. That's our deal. There's nothing about trust, is it?
I've done plenty for you, though.
And I've shown you plenty of things and taught you plenty of things.
Shown me plenty of things, maybe, but taught me.
Look at this herb right here. This can feed people. It adds a nice little fragrance to the food you cooking them.
Herbs are the last thing I'm interested in.
You wanted to know knowledge about stuff, so I'm showing you stuff.
I wanted knowledge, but there's something more interesting than herbs at play.
You can know what I teach you. These things are useful eventually. Like one day if you get a cold and you're like thinking, oh, I wish I listened to Darius at that point. If I knew what he was telling me, I would get it sorted straight away. And to be fair, Darius is probably speaking his normal voice now, he's not whispering. People just might think he's crazy, but he's just talking quite loudly. Talking about herbs and different things.
And the wooden man, when his fake expired, could you sense it around you? Could you taste the death in the air?
I can taste my own death soon. I'll try not have that happen anytime soon until I finish what I need to do.
There was a moment when that first one of those copies passed. Just for a moment, there was something changed.
I don't think anything changed with you. I think you've always been that way.
Just remember these spells you use to ingratiate yourself with these people. Just remember where those powers come from.
And just remember, you can't move very fast either. You're even slower than me, and I can't move that fast. I do feel like I'm a bit I do feel like I'm a bit quicker today than normal. Normally I'm like kind of behind these guys, but I'm kind of keeping up right now.
Your human passage of time moves at a different pace than mine. I wouldn't worry about time for me. I have waited long enough. This...
And you should have more patience.
This goddess, this pretender that the father spoke of, she would be of much interest. I think it would be best for both you and I if when we arrive at this base of the Shadow Elves, if we part from these.
We'll see what happens. I feel they are better conversationists than you.
We won't see what happens. If I tell you we will separate from them, we will separate from them.
You're not that quick.
Think carefully about the choices you make in the coming days.
I do need to make a choice whether I want to have meat or some berries tonight. Stomach feels a bit awkward.
I'd think less about your meals and more about how little time you would have left if I were not imbuing you with these gifts. A man of your age, Darius.
I'm a spree 82.
Spree 82. And how spree were you feeling the day you first met me?
Well, I'm not using the little walking stick anymore, so...
Well,
I think I'm going a bit quicker.
Perhaps you may ask one of your friends to carry a stick with them, just in case you would need it again soon.
This staff could probably do the same sort of job. I think.
You are tiresome.
I am a bit sleepy. Maybe I should have more sleep last night.
Eventually, we will work out whether your stupidity is a facade, or whether you really are as pathetic as you sound.
I think I'm knowledgeable, not pathetic. I have many books. You don't have any. I'm more well known than you. Not that many people, hence why you couldn't find anyone to help you out like me. Hence why it spent quite some time before anyone has helped you.
Maybe the rest of them.
Give and take.
Maybe the rest of them were a bit more considered before they took the deal, Darius.
Yeah.
Those creatures, the shadow elves that retreated and allowed you to leave, they will not welcome the gunslinger when you arrive there. Perhaps he may be the best one for you to separate with first from this group.
No, I find him quite useful. I think I would have possibly been dead back there if he didn't come over and save me at a couple of points.
And that would make him saving you once compared to how many times I've saved you.
You just made me more energetic.
Darius.
You need to weigh them up, the pros and cons.
You talk as if you are negotiating from a place of power. And may I remind you, without me, you have none.
And without me, you can't really get very far.
You could ditch me here if you wanted, and you would make it a few more hours in this forest before you fell like those other fake shadow pretenders. And then one of these others would see me, feel what I could offer them, and they would take the deal in a moment without a second consideration to the weak, old, feeble man they would leave rotting in the forest. There is darkness in any of them, just as there is in you.
I hold more knowledge than them.
Ever the fool, Darius.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
And as you say that, your familiar moves slightly. It wraps around. It sort of wraps around your ear, and the hair entangles around your ear, and tightens slightly, just enough to be uncomfortable, and then releases and goes quiet.
Being childish again.
As we we've reached sort of the middle of the day and sort of early afternoon, and this same sort of awkward silence sort of continues on over the group, with very little kind of breaking the silence. Darius muttering away to himself at times, and you all pick up on bits from occasionally, and at some points, you know, I think, Shane, you said you were kind of talking at full volume, right?
Yeah.
And Darius is a peculiar man at the best of times, perhaps, and it's not out of place for him to mutter to himself as you travel, but you hear that conversation, or at least hears part of it clearly. And as we sort of reach sort of coming to around sort of mid-afternoon at this point, you come to a bit of a natural pause as the forest kind of it thins out a little bit, and you can see a bit clearer to the mountain up ahead at this point. You can see you're probably. It's hard to see. You can see sort of some of the peak of the mountain. You can't see the base itself still through the forest, but you can see you've certainly made some good progress towards it. You estimate that if it sort of matches sort of how it looks in terms of the sort of size and mass of it, it's probably possible to make it to the mountain itself, or at least very close to, before sort of darkness falls this evening. However, this particular part of the forest, it thins out slightly and opens up. If I can just get... I'll get from everybody your choice of either a secret perception check or a secret survival check, based on whether you are, as you are travelling, whether you are kind of looking out for the overtly visual things around you, or if you're paying more attention to the forest and nature itself. Each of you can make your own choice for that. But yeah, secret perception or secret survival.
Perception is looking out for visual and paying attention to the sounds of the forest and the
yes.
movements. Yeah, like
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, of the four of you, two of you rolled very, very, very well. And two of you rolled even better than that. Who needs Jake? Yeah, so there are... You're all sort of just sort of keeping some awareness of your surroundings. Darius and Kasha in particular, the two of you paying a bit more attention to like the nature around you, to the forest, to the herbs, to the plants, the wildlife. Nothing sort of overt jumps out to either the two of you particularly. You have been travelling in this near unbroken silence for sort of 6 hours at this point, and it all becomes rather samey. Phelan and Halloran, however, you two are a bit more focused on what you can see, what you can hear, rather than what the forest or your surroundings are telling you. And the two of you are critically on point in paying attention. And almost exactly the same moment, the two of you notice two things that stand out, actually. As the forest has thinned out a little here, for the first time, you spot there is actually, you can see what looks to be not a road, not a paved path or anything like that, but there is clearly like a naturally made path where clearly traffic kind of moves regularly, and not just wildlife or small animals. It sort of beats down to a more sort of dirt, and the grass itself sort of separates a little, and you can see there is a path which kind of is sort of almost goes perfectly across the path you're taking. As you're sort of heading perfectly north up towards the mountain itself, you can see this path that comes out from the sort of east and out to the west again, sort of breaks perfectly across the path you're heading in. And you both can see there are signs of use. You can see where it's sort of beaten down, and the trees that even open out a little where they have obviously, anything that has fallen there has been unable to grow as sort of things move through there. And of particular interest, one of the things you both notice is in some of the softer sort of ground around that, there are what look to be like fresh markings of some type. And the two of you both see it immediately. You both stop and take a closer look. And this isn't sort of paw prints or animal prints or anything like that. Nor is it like boot prints or footprints or anything like that. In fact, this is unmistakably, like a perfect line. It looks to be like tracks, like wheel tracks from a cart or a vehicle of some sort, something wheeled. You can see where it is sort of softened in some of the ground along this sort of path that's running sort of, as I say, directly across the path you're taking. The other thing you do note as well, as you see that, there is, as you sort of, you can see these wheel tracks sort of in the softer ground and in the dirt. And as you sort of look back, there's a sort of bush that grows close to where this sort of path is, and you can see there's actually a bit of cloth sort of just stuck to a part of that. And as you stop and Phelan, you reach down and you can see this cloth and you can take it in hand. This is material. This is man-made material of some type. You can see it's been woven and looks like it's torn off of something on this bush.
I will point this out to the group.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to carry on?
We should just...
Cloth, does it...
It's a small piece of cloth, barely... if you put it in the palm of your hand, it's about the size of the palm of your hand. It sort of gently sort of falls over the edge of your hand. But it's, woven cloth. You can see it's basic. It is a single colour. It is a sort of brown-green sort of colour. There are no defining marks or anything other than that. But this is man-made woven material.
Does it look like it came from the archer lady that we were encountered?
Make a secret perception check for me, Kasha. Nice. Yeah, you sort of take a look. It's hard to tell. It's not that it's a relatively small piece of cloth. There's not a lot to go off. The archer that struck down so many of the members of your party, and that that Halloran had released and let go. They were wearing a very sort of muted colours that blended in with the forest, and this certainly, in terms of the colour, seems to sort of track with that. From what you can recall, you're unsure of the exact sort of colour of the shade. You couldn't say if this is an exact match, but there is it would be possible to be, certainly, and it certainly at least fits the general sort of theme of this sort of like muted forest, not full camouflage, but sort of blended in sort of colours.
So no.
What sort of material is it?
It's just like a cloth, like woven. So it's not leather for that. Just almost like a cotton, just like an overcloak or something you might wear.
Fine. Okay, so it's not like thick canvas.
No, not at all.
Covered wagon, but it's also not like silk or something very fine either.
No, it's like I say, it's woven, it's man-made, but it's rudimentary as well. It doesn't hint of any kind of. So it doesn't hint of any sort of wealth or maybe even like expertise, particularly.
And is it quite thick? Like reasonably thick? You said an overcoat.
Yeah, it's thicker. Yeah.
But there's also track marks as well, which is quite concerning. How strong are the track marks? Are they fresh, or are they like, sort of surface level, or is it a deep cut groove, as if people have been taking carts through here, day in day out?
So the ground itself, the ground where those marks are, is kind of soft, and as you sort of go, if you have a closer look, your foot doesn't sink into it, but if you put some pressure, your foot sort of pushes the ground down a little. The ground is soft itself. But you can see the markings themselves are also kind of soft. They're not kind of worn in. They're not sort of dried or anything. It's hard to say immediately, but they are. Yeah, they've been made recently. Yeah. If anyone wants to make a secret nature check to try and get any kind of reference on their age, you certainly can.
Yeah. I'll do that. How do I make a secret? Is it control?
Control, yes. Yeah, you you take a moment to sort of take a bit of a deeper reading, and again you can push your own foot into some of the ground, see how it reacts and how it sort of takes it. It's hard to say. These are fresh tracks rather than a beaten path. But whether they are fresh from the last hour or whether they're fresh from even a day or two ago, you can't quite say. But they are recent. They're not like permanent markings. Yeah.
Awesome. I will point this out, share this to the group, and say that we should, maybe be on the lookout. Or like, what do you want to do?
One other thing of note as well, just bearing in mind that the two of you that spotted these had both made critical successes to do so. As you've sort of looked at this a bit closer as a group, and you've sort of discussed a little, this obviously looks like sort of wagon or cart or something. One interesting thing is that although the ground is soft around there's no footprints, there's no signs of like horse or hoof prints or anything like that at all either. That kind of is something the two of you, Halloran and Phelan, pick up on due to your success there.
So say that again. You cut out for me slightly.
So Phelan and Halloran, just because where you both managed to get critical successes, as you guys are now like discussing this amongst yourselves, you're able to recognise this as like looks like wagons or carts or wheels or something. Right. There are no other marks around it or tracks. There's no footprints. There's no hoof prints or anything like that. It just seems to be these wheel marks.
Okay, mad. There's no blueprints either.
No.
No. Okay. So, horse's carriage.
Natural. we should continue ahead, but carefully.
Carry on towards the mountain.
I think so. That would be my suggestion, perhaps a little bit more cautiously.
That's shared.
Yeah, let's go slow.
Okay, cool. And yeah, you decide as a group to carry on the direction you're heading up to the mountain, but with a little bit more awareness of that. Cool. What I will do, Cash, if I just get another secret survival check from you again, just as you start carrying on, and it's slightly slower pace and sort of leading the party further towards this mountain. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, you slow your pace a little. You all become a little bit more aware. The sort of the lookouts in the group become just a little bit more focused on paying attention for any sort of signs around or anything. And you begin making your way a little bit more cautiously, but carrying on that northerly direction towards the mountain. And you carry on, and you see that sort of path sort of disappears behind you as you carry on heading in that northward direction. Not for me to tell you what to do or anything, but I'm about to move your token from where you've seen this path if you want to make any markings on your map or anything. If it helps in any way.
Yeah. Sorry, the path is going perpendicular.
Yeah, it sort of crosses almost directly across the sort of northerly path you're taking. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
And yeah, where you've seen it is where the party token is currently.
Let me just do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is brown such a hard colour to find? The answer is because it's actually orange.
I wouldn't know. They're all the same to me.
Oh yeah, colour, don't you? But no, brown is actually orange. That's the reality. It's just dark orange.
Nice.
I'm going to add a bit of text here as well.
Yeah, all good. Cool. So if I do that,
how do I add a text box? I thought I said it. I know. Okay.
Yeah, so as you sort of carry on, so as I say, that sort of path sort of fades into the background and sort of disappears behind, and you go back to again just the sort of the general sound of the forest around you. You remain sort of cautious now, following what you've just seen, but the cautiousness, it kind of drifts away again as you sort of get further and further away. And yeah, you continue travelling. And you guys just plan to go as far as you can through the day, I assume.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Let's just put you down here. Yeah, you sort of you carry on in the direction you were, and again, it's an easier journey than some of the journeys taken so far. You've got this massive mountain that starts to sort of take a bit more shape ahead of you as you sort of head up in that direction. And as it gets towards a sort of early evening, late afternoon, the point where you would, naturally kind of have to start deciding whether you wanted to push through the darkness or kind of make a stop. You can, at this point, the forest itself is it's quite clear and easy to see around you. You still can't see the base of it through the forest ahead of you, but you get a clear idea of the size of the mountain, sort of where it sits. If you were, using some sort of estimates now of the journey you've taken, and sort of what you know and the size that you can see, you estimate that you could probably reach the base of the mountain with another 2 to 3 hours travel. It's your choice if you want to push on or make a camp for the night.
I think we should push on.
Yeah?
I'm happy to camp because that way you got the whole day tomorrow to explore the mountain, but we can push on as well. I don't really not that bothered. Go on, special.
Pushing on. Darius and Phelan, happy for that?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, so yeah, you like I say, you reckon you can probably get to the base of this mountain in sort of 2.5 to 3 hours. The evening's sort of setting in at this point, and the sun has sort of started to go down, so it is getting dark, and the forest does, although you've made camp in the forest, since you've been in here for a few days now, this is the first time you've sort of actively been travelling, sort of into the evening period, into this sort of darker sort of period, and the forest kind of it's quite stark actually how much the sort of feel of the forest changes. So far, other than odd moments of either silence in the party or silence around you, it's been quite a peaceful sort of experience. But the forest changes quite quickly as the darkness goes down, or as the darkness takes over. And the sort of noises around begin to fade away, and instead you have this kind of it's not threatening, but it's uncomfortable, and you start to, there is almost a for you especially, Kasha, whereas previously and overnight especially, it's almost like the forest sat with you as you were sort of mourning your sister. It's almost as if the forest begins to actively work against you somewhat, and you can. There's a few times as you start making this journey, you can see the mountain up ahead, and so that obviously makes your journey relatively easy. But just every now and again, there are parts of the journey that looked kind of clear and up ahead, and all of a sudden you would find like logs just falling across in the direction you're taking. You can divert round them, but you can almost sense the trees around you beginning to work against you somewhat, Kasha. And it's a real, like I say, it's a real stark difference from what you've experienced so far. You carry on this route for about an hour, just over an hour, which is the point at which it kind of, as a group, it becomes kind of obvious at this point that something is not quite right. There is this. The darkness is fully sort of set in now. There's sort of natural light is more or less gone, and you've got some sources of light in the group if you want to use them, etc. But it's a very different feel, and more than anything, it's that feeling of the forest no longer working with you. There's one moment, Kasha, in particular, you sort of stop and you look up again at the mountain, sort of get your bearings, and as you look down, the path that you had just sort of set your mind on as going next, and sort of as you were sort of diverting through the trees, there was a row of sort of 3 or 4 tightly knit trees just directly there, which you are certain were not there when you looked up at the mountain line. Can I just get everybody to make for me a secret nature check? That is a survival check, Cormac. If I can get nature from you instead, mate.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good? It's all good?
Anyone can do the chaos the last 15 minutes of doing a reroll?
Yes, we are in the last few minutes. There are some hero points around if someone wants to do the classic Shane thing. He's done it. Yeah, so you all, as I say, Kasha sort of picks up on the vibe first, being the one that sort of is, commune with the trees and the forest, but you all sort of pick up on just the general feeling of change around you, and you can sense the difference. And as each of you becomes sort of a bit more either aware or just sort of conscious of it and trying to sort of make sense of what is going on, you sort of stop for a moment and you sort of take in the moment at each of you, and you come to sort of varying conclusions. Halloran, you stop for a moment, and then the sort of the rational part of you kind of reassures you for a moment, and this is a natural place. Shanti has, you know, communed with you through Father Matthias and kind of said that she, you know, that they were watching you and looking out for your best interests, and that kind of gives you the reassurance that this is just darkness kind of making you uncomfortable. Kasha and Phelan, the two of you, it'll take a little bit longer, but again, Kasha, you know the trees well enough to know those trees. You're certain they weren't there moments ago, but also you are more than anyone else in the party aware that trees are living creatures, the same as the members of your party. Not everybody sees it that way or understands it, but you know that is true. That trees have stories to tell, and they have families of their own, and they also have things that they are sometimes seeking to protect, the same as you would do. It is somewhat rare, but not unheard of, for trees to move or reposition themselves through natural or magical means. Odd, not the norm, but not unheard of, and you understand there could be reasons for it. Darius, you are less sure about all this. It takes you the longest of all four of you to sort of become comfortable with this. You are suspicious. You notice that the trees themselves, nothing actively moves when you look around, but it's almost like every time you turn your back or look in a different direction, it's like the forest shifts around you somewhat. And the thing that finally gives it away to you is when you spot a berry bush sort of up ahead in the direction you are travelling, and you've already set yourself on stopping to have a look at these and look for any herbs around the area. And there are few things that mean more to you, Darius, than herbs, as we know. And so you were so sure of where that was that when you get to that point, you know that herb bush should have been here, and it's not here, and you can't see the berries around anymore, and that's what sticks out to you first. But that's not really the giveaway. The real giveaway is the grunting sound. And as you stop, Darius, and you stop to look around and see where those herbs and those berries are, you hear the sort of grunting and the sort of movement and the scratching of something sort of scraping along sort of the ground and through some of the woodland around you. And then you hear the piercing, shrieking sound, like a scream just breaks through the silence that all of you hear at once. I will get one more nature check from each of you, if I can, please. Another secret nature check.
I did it wrong. Hold on.
Did you get one for me, or did it come through? Or not?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. The timings on the side are all wrong, by the way. Every time I do it, I think it comes up as like 44 seconds ago when I first do it.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess I know why that is. Foundry changed something with V14 where, it always used to use the server's time. Now it uses your time against like the server base. Basically, your machine and my server are 44 seconds different from each other then.
Right.
Or something along those lines. Fine. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you all hear the piercing scream, this that sort of breaks through the air, and just because I'm a nice guy at that, and Shane's already done it. This will be the last check of the evening. So if anyone wants to use their hero points, you can.
I don't need to. I rolled a 20.
Nice. How did you know? How weird.
Every time I roll nature, I roll a 20.
I thought you rolled a 1 now.
I knew someone would take the bait when I'm Cormac. You all hear the piercing sound. It absolutely breaks through it, and it is terrifying. Phelan, you hear it, you don't recognise it. Halloran, you hear it, you don't recognise it. Kasha, you hear it, you don't recognise it. Darius, you hear it, and you recognise this sound. This is quite a terrifying sound to hear. You hear it. You check in your head for a moment. You realise what it is at the same time that it breaks through the bushes, those herb bushes that you were looking for. You spot them again. You see them. You hear the scream, and then as it moves out and bursts out, charging directly at you, Darius, only 15, 20 feet away from this hulking owlbear, as it screeches and breaks the silence of the forest. Darius, you are staring it down. It is 20 feet from you, running directly at you as it screams, and we will pick it up next week.
Excellent.
Pushing on under cover of darkness does have some checks to deal with, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, your role wasn't your role. The role I took for your group was actually a natural one.
It's only an owlbear. They're like owls and quite tiny, so it'll be Darius will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, Darius, you recognise the sound. As I say, you have never encountered an owlbear, but you have read a lot about them. Owlbears, they like herbs. They like the fauna and flora, etc., that you will find in the forest. And they are very, very territorial of the things that they want. Being 20 feet away from a charging owlbear, not a great place to be.
I can think of somewhere worse.
10 feet away.
10 feet away, yeah.
I think right in front of it, to be honest.
Well, I'll give you a spoiler, Darius. If it rolls higher than your initiative, you'll probably find yourself there.
No. You can hear it by initiative, can't you?
Yeah, I guess you could, yes. Yeah. It's a D20 roll, so yeah, I don't see why not.
I'll keep that in mind for next week.
That's fair.
That was great. I'm very glad back playing again, but I need to run because we haven't what the who into it because of the heat. So
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Take her out, run the block.
Yeah,
cool. But thank you. That was brilliant.
Cool. Well, good, dude. Catch you soon.
I hope to see you next week if you haven't died of heat stroke.
I'll do my best.
7 days.
Okay, you too.
See you later.
See you, dude.